Oh, wow. Okay. And then I'm so interested. I guess I keep on going back to the story. So after that, when did the Iron Chef, the first Ask with Morimoto, did that come after you opened your first restaurant, or how did that work?
No, so in 2007, you know how it is, right? And now a part of our job has become to do the morning shows and the rounds and stuff,
Yep.
do demos. So my PR company, I was in New York at that time. My PR company, this was one of the pitches that they had done, was Iron Chef. And, I went up against Chef Morimoto. I love to say I came a respectable second. It's better than saying that I lost. But I think that's where it started. And
was that Iron Chef America or the original Iron Chef?
No, this was Iron Chef America.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And then from there, they invited me to be on the next Iron Chef. From there, they invited me to be a guest judge on Chopped. I think it was the second or the third season. And then the next season, they invited me to be a permanent judge on Chopped. So that's pretty much
cool.
what the progression was. And then, so it wasn't something that I actively reached out trying to do.
Right.
Something which just happened very organically.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to make the best of it. And that's what I did. So, I mean, now, of course, I've been doing it for such a long time, and, and I've realized that I'm a great competitor, and, and I mean, those are the things which kind of shine through, because also over the years, you figure out what, the hacks are, or like what it takes.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's what the progression has been. So I don't take being on TV as the main job. It's like, if it comes, I'm doing it. But
right.
My restaurants and, everything else that I do, that's the main job.
Well, new this morning, a local chef won big and donated tens of thousands of dollars to help struggling restaurants in the process. Here's a big moment, courtesy of the Food Network.
And the winner is... Maneet Chauhan! Congratulations!
Nashville's own Chef Maneet Chauhan won Food Network's Tournament of Champions 2, outcooking many other talented chefs from around the country. Chauhan collected a nice prize, but also won $40,000 to help struggling restaurants during the course of the tournament. She picked the restaurants, including Arnold's here in Nashville, and the network made the donation.
You know what? Winning this competition is even more special for me, because I think not only have I won it for myself, but I have won this for Nashville, right? And Nashville is home. It is such an incredible place.
That's so good. So talk to me a little bit about that experience on Iron Chef, because, okay, so in culinary school, we were all glued to the Food Network watching Iron Chef, and it would just be like the coolest thing ever. Like, if you got to be an Iron Chef, I am like so jealous that you got that experience. Oh my God.
That you have arrived, yes. It was so far back. It was 2007, and
oh my
you're
gosh.
young, and you're, like rosy.
Did it happen really fast? Like, did you actually have an hour to cook and it was over?
Yes. They are. So in all the competitions, they are so particular about the time. The time is the time, right? Yeah. Before and after, okay, there is a lot of, right? Yeah. Like, before, it takes forever to start. But once the clock starts, there hasn't been a single competition that I've been on, and I probably have been on all of them, that they have ever stopped the time or compromised on the time, because that's where you get the drama.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's
right. That's where it comes down to the wire, exactly. Where it's exciting. Yeah.
It was amazing. It was just first of all, Morimoto, you're like, he started his career the year I was born, where I'm like, what am I doing over here? Like, somebody pinch me. Is this really my life? It was amazing. I think one of the biggest things about competition is that you push yourself. Your creativity is so much higher than what you think you're capable of, right? Now, with the interesting part about Iron Chef, I still remember with Iron Chef, it's still very like, they give you an ingredient, and then
you base it around that,
right? So there isn't so like there is an unknown, but there isn't so much of an unknown. To me, I think TOC is absolutely ridiculous, right? Because that randomizer, you don't know what it's going to land on. There
Right.
is no sense to that madness, right? There will be like, I still remember there was one season I had shiitake mushroom and Eastern European food, right? And I went ahead and made some noodle stroganoff, right? I mean, it was like, and some borscht, like it was just
Yeah.
makes no sense. And then you're like, in the end of the day, it all boils down to that TV doesn't, those cameras don't exist in front of you. You're cooking your food.
Right.
And in the end of the day, this is a Saturday night and you have, you've got like your 40 ticket deep and you really, really need to move your backside to make sure that the food is.
Oh
And
my
that's what
gosh.
it's all about.
So I am definitely a big fan of Bobby Flay. And there's one thing I've been thinking about, and I was actually on the previous podcast, I interviewed Jeremy Jakubowski, which I had no idea he was actually one of Bobby Flay's PAs. Like, I interviewed him because he has like an amazing Instagram following that he's like a food influencer. He goes to all these places in New York and Japan. And anyways, so we were talking, and I just have a feeling that Bobby Flay's got to have the most experience in those type of competitions, because he's just done it for so long, from Iron Chef to Iron Chef America to Beat Bobby Flay.
Brawl, you name it.
Yeah, he's just done them all. Have you ever been in a show with Bobby Flay like that, a competition?
Many times.
Yeah.
Many times. So I've done Beat Bobby Flay. I've also competed against him.
Oh, wow.
I have won once.
Really?
Against him.
That's amazing. That is not easy to do. And
No, it's not. I have so much respect for his cooking skills. Like, I am blown away. And it is not that, his handle on flavors and his balance of textures and flavors are so strong that you can give him anything and he will come up with something which is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
So mad respect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing to think about, but I'm always like, I'm a huge like Michael Jordan fan and Kobe Bryant. Like, I love watching the greats do what they do best, and it's just impressive to me of what he's been able to do throughout his career. So
He's been absolutely insane. Amazing.